Dog whiskers, called vibrissae, are specialized hairs found around the snout. Unlike regular fur, whiskers are thicker, stiffer, and deeply rooted in the skin. These hairs are designed to detect subtle changes in the environment. You can spot whiskers on a dog's muzzle, above the eyes, and sometimes on the chin. They function as tactile sensors, helping dogs sense objects and movement nearby. Each whisker connects to a follicle rich in nerves, making them highly sensitive. Whiskers provide essential sensory input, allowing dogs to interpret their surroundings. They are a key part of how dogs explore and navigate the world. What makes dog whiskers so special? They help dogs sense the world in extraordinary detail. They're active sensory organs, detecting slight shifts in air. Whiskers help detect approaching objects, even in low light. They act like an early warning system. The sensitivity is remarkable. Dogs perceive size, shape, and texture, even in darkness. It helps them build a mental map of their surroundings. Whiskers help them navigate tight spaces. They locate hidden items. Whiskers are indispensable for exploration and safety. Whiskers play a role in communication. They are a testament to how animals have adapted. Let's delve deeper into the vibrissae, or whiskers. These specialized tools are sophisticated sensory equipment, acting as highly sensitive antennae. Whiskers are thicker and more rigid than regular fur, embedded deeply within the skin. Unlike fur, a whisker's follicle is a bustling hub of activity, connecting them to a complex system. The follicle is a supercharged sensory organ surrounded by nerve endings and blood vessels, making each whisker incredibly sensitive. When a whisker is brushed, it stimulates these nerves, sending a flood of information to the dog's brain. The whisker shaft itself is made of keratin and doesn't contain any nerves. The follicle is the highly innervated command center, triggering neural signals. How do whiskers work? When a whisker encounters an object, it bends. This motion transfers down to the follicle, which is packed with receptors. Nerves fire electrical impulses to the brain. A large area of the brain processes whisker information, creating a whisker map. This helps dogs navigate and explore their environment safely. What kind of information are whiskers gathering? They detect air currents, alerting the dog to movements nearby. Whiskers are masters of proximity detection, helping a dog sense the location and distance of objects. This allows them to build a mental map of nearby obstacles, useful for navigating in the dark. Whiskers identify the texture and shape of objects. The follicle is extremely sensitive. Never trim or remove whiskers. They are essential tools that play a significant role in how a dog experiences its world. Imagine your furry friend exploring their world. Their whiskers are constantly at work, acting like sensitive feelers, gathering crucial information. They help your dog build a detailed mental map of their surroundings, allowing them to move confidently. Whiskers become even more indispensable when visibility is low, transforming into a primary navigation tool. These tactile hairs allow them to see with touch, even in near-total darkness. Whiskers help dogs understand what things are, providing valuable information about an object's texture, shape, and size. It's like having an extra set of finely tuned fingertips on their face, constantly enriching their sensory experience. The strategic placement of whiskers enhances their ability to create a comprehensive three-dimensional map of their immediate environment, making them incredibly adept navigators. Dog whiskers are a built-in safety system, alerting them to obstacles and dangers before they collide. As your dog moves, their whiskers make first contact with walls, furniture, or even your legs, sending instant signals to their brain to slow down or change direction. In unfamiliar places, this early warning system prevents bumps and injuries. Whiskers also help dogs judge if they can fit through tight spaces. If the whiskers brush the sides, it's a sign the gap may be too small. Above their eyes, superciliary whiskers act as tiny guards, triggering a blink if something gets too close, protecting their eyes. Whiskers sense subtle changes in air currents, alerting dogs to objects or movement before they see or touch them. This sixth sense helps them detect approaching animals or people, adding another layer of environmental awareness. Whether squeezing through a gap or running through undergrowth, whiskers keep dogs safe and confident. It's a remarkable natural radar system that works every moment of their lives. Next time your dog navigates a tricky space, remember, their whiskers are working overtime. Whiskers do more than prevent collisions. They help dogs find food, water, and even lost treats in low light. When exploring new objects, dogs let their whiskers make first contact, gathering information about size and texture before sniffing or tasting. This cautious approach keeps their sensitive nose and mouth safe. Whiskers can also reveal a dog's mood, flared forward when alert or curious, pulled back when relaxed or anxious. Observing whisker position, along with ears and tail, gives insight into their feelings. These sensory hairs boost a dog's confidence, helping them explore and interact with their world safely. Whiskers are essential tools, not just facial features. They empower dogs to navigate daily life with skill and assurance. Dog whiskers are super sensitive, detecting even the slightest air movement or pressure change. A large part of a dog's brain is dedicated to processing whisker signals, creating a detailed touch map of their surroundings. Dogs can actively move their whiskers, sweeping them forward to investigate new things, like using hands to feel in the dark. This active control turns whiskers into dynamic sensory tools. Whiskers aren't just on the muzzle, they're above the eyes, on the cheeks and chin, each set adding to spatial awareness. Superciliary whiskers protect the eyes, while genal and interomal whiskers help with navigation. Even without carpal whiskers like cats, dogs' facial whiskers provide a comprehensive sensory array. These specialized hairs are far more than cute. They're vital for understanding and interacting with the world. Every whisker is a high-tech sensor, always on duty. It's a superpower hidden in plain sight. Dog whiskers can detect the tiniest vibrations, like an insect's footsteps or distant movement in another room. This sensitivity gives dogs an edge, letting them sense things we'd never notice. In darkness, whiskers become their primary guide, helping them avoid obstacles and map their environment without sight. Each object creates a unique whisker signature through air currents or direct touch, which dogs learn to interpret. Underwater, whiskers detect water movement and pressure waves, helping dogs orient themselves and sense nearby objects. Whether on land or in water, whiskers adapt to provide crucial information. This sensory system lets dogs identify objects, avoid danger, and explore confidently vers mauzi. Avant de savoir faire, ils sings. Tatamai sain, parfois lawis asidei. Kawasangdin is sende. Passing she, whiskers are the silent navigators of a dog's world. Their adaptability is a testament to canine ingenuity. With whiskers, dogs decode the invisible every day. Dog whiskers shed and regrow, ensuring their sensory system stays sharp throughout life. Variations in whisker length and density exist among breeds, adapting to different snout shapes and historical roles. Regardless of breed, whiskers provide essential sensory input for all dogs. Superciliary whiskers above the eyes trigger a blink reflex, protecting against debris and injury. Muzzle whiskers prevent painful bumps in tight spaces, acting as an early warning system. Whisker position can hint at a dog's mood. Forward when alert, back when anxious. These subtle cues add depth to canine communication. Whiskers are more than sensors. They're protectors and communicators. Every dog relies on them, every day. If a dog loses its whiskers through grooming, injury, or accident, it's a major sensory loss. Suddenly, their world feels less clear and they may seem confused or hesitant. Without whiskers, dogs lose their close-range radar, leading to clumsiness and misjudged distances. Navigating familiar spaces becomes challenging, especially in low light. This can shake their confidence, making them more cautious or anxious. Exploring new places may become stressful, and even routine activities can feel daunting. Some dogs become clingy, others more skittish. Both are natural responses to losing a vital sense. It's important to offer extra patience and support during this adjustment. Whiskers are not just for show. They're essential for a dog's sense of security. With time, new whiskers will grow, restoring their sensory toolkit. Until then, a little understanding goes a long way. When a dog loses its whiskers, navigating the world becomes trickier. Their personal radar has gone offline. Those whiskers are crucial for judging tight spaces, acting like feelers to determine if an opening is wide enough. Without them, dogs might struggle with essential tasks like locating food and water, relying more on other senses. Exploring new environments can become a source of apprehension, replacing curiosity with timidness. Whisker loss removes a protective mechanism for their face and eyes, increasing the risk of injuries. Losing this natural buffer means they are more susceptible to minor injuries during play or exploration. The loss of whiskers can take an emotional toll, sometimes leading to noticeable behavioral changes. These changes are signals that your dog is struggling to adapt. It's crucial to understand that whiskers are deeply connected to a dog's overall emotional well-being and their sense of security. They are intricate sensory organs that provide constant information about the world. Losing them can be likened to a human suddenly experiencing blurred vision. Never, ever trim or cut your dog's whiskers for cosmetic reasons. Doing so deprives them of an essential sensory tool. The good news is that if whiskers are lost accidentally, they will almost always grow back. Create a safe and predictable environment, and be mindful of their potential clumsiness or anxiety. Caring for your dog's whiskers is simple. Always be gentle. Whiskers are sensitive sensory instruments, deeply rooted and connected to nerves. Rough handling around their muzzle is a paws-off zone. Be mindful of their whisker zones when petting. Never trim or remove your dog's whiskers for cosmetic reasons. Removing whiskers hampers their ability to sense their environment, causing disorientation and stress. Damaged whiskers are usually not a cause for alarm. They shed naturally and regrow over time. Provide understanding and a stable environment as they adjust. Let's bust a myth. Whiskers don't tickle, obstruct view, or make dogs look unkempt. They're perfectly designed tools for navigation and safety. Trimming them isn't like a haircut. It's like snipping an antenna, reducing their sensory input. Healthy whiskers are a byproduct of a healthy dog. Ensure a balanced diet and gently clean their face if needed. Avoid fiddling with them. Let them be. Respect their importance and appreciate them as an amazing feature of your canine companion. Whiskers empower dogs to navigate their environment with skill and precision. Furthermore, whiskers detect subtle changes in air currents, alerting dogs to nearby objects. These hairs serve as a vital protective mechanism, triggering instantaneous blink reflexes. Understanding their importance underscores why we must never trim a dog's whiskers for cosmetic reasons. The study of dog whiskers offers a captivating window into the often underestimated capabilities of our cherished canine friends. These seemingly simple hairs are a true marvel of natural engineering, showcasing specialized functions that enhance a dog's survival.